Hi, everyone. I am Colleen, and this live stream, of course, brought to you by the awesome people over at Princess Dental Staffing. Happy to see everyone today. So today's topic, we are listing 8 soft skills for dentists. So whether you're a newbie or a veteran dentist, you already have the technical skills and the education and the knowledge to provide your patients with exceptional care, okay? But do you have the soft skills? Okay, so soft skills are really important because they really go a long way to helping you connect with those patients and really enhancing their experience and their health. Okay, so today we're listing those soft skills that can really help make you an exceptional, phenomenal dentist that can really connect with their patients. Okay. But before we dive too deeply into that, I just want to remind everyone that Princess Dental Staffing is an online dental job board. They have positions available for dental front office, dental assistants, dental hygienists, and yes, dentists in a variety of different areas. They've got full-time, part-time, temporary, and permanent roles. So if you have some time today, visit princessdentalstaffing.com and you can see what positions are available in your area. You can also create a profile and get your information in front of hiring managers. And you can check out their blog as well. Okay. And by the way, their blog does cover a lot of the same topics that we cover in these live streams. Okay. And if you don't want to miss out on these future streams, be sure to follow our page, subscribe to our channel. And if you have any thoughts, comments, questions about any of the topics that we're bringing you, be sure to comment below. And if you like the information that we're bringing you, drop us a like. Okay. Alrighty, so let's talk about these soft skills, okay? So first of all, let's start off by talking about what soft skills are, okay? So generally, skills are listed in 2 categories: hard skills, also called technical skills, and soft skills. So your hard skills are going to be your more technical skills, right? Your dental knowledge and those sorts of things. Hard skills are more easily tested. Okay, they're testable skills, where soft skills are a little bit harder to test objectively. Okay, that's kind of the major difference between hard skills and soft skills. So, for example, some examples of hard skills might be your knowledge of dental terminology, your knowledge of certain equipment and computer systems, things of that nature, all very easily testable, right? Whereas soft skills are going to be things, like I said, that are not as easily testable. So those are going to be things like interpersonal skills, friendliness, and those sorts of skills. Okay, engagement, interpersonal skills, and those sorts of skills. Okay. So that's kind of the major difference between hard skills and soft skills. So that's why we're kind of focusing on the soft skills today, because if you're a dentist, you already have those awesome hard skills that you need, technical skills that you need in order to give your patient an exemplary experience and the best service. Okay. So now that we know what soft skills are, why are they important for a dentist? If you have all the hard skills, well, then you can treat your patients, right? So why do you even need soft skills? Why are these important? Because it's the soft skills that are really going to help you build those relationships with those patients, okay? And building relationships is crucial, because if a patient feels like they can trust you, when they feel that connected with you and that you can empathize with them, then they are more likely to keep coming back, right? To return for their scheduled cleanings and their procedures and all the things that they need. They're also more likely to trust what you tell them and trust the advice that you're telling them, and they're more likely to integrate those oral health habits, as practices. Okay, so soft skills, don't sleep on these soft skills. You definitely need soft skills in order to be a dentist. So let's talk about what those are. Okay, so skill number 1, enthusiasm. Okay. So dentists, work with a lot of patients throughout the day, many patients all day, every day. Okay. So being equally passionate and enthusiastic with each one of those patients can go a long way to, like I said, building that relationship, ensuring that those patients um, uh, can will continue to, or at least will start to integrate and continue to use those oral health practices. Okay, and that can be a bit challenging to continue that same level of enthusiasm throughout the entire day, right? It's definitely a skill. Okay, but that is a major soft skill to have if you're a dentist, to really help build that relationship with that patient. Okay. Skill number two, communication skills. So, when it comes to communication skills can be either a hard skill or a soft skill. But when we're talking about communication as a hard skill, we're usually talking about the technical aspect of language, okay, whether that's English or another language. So, I'm talking about grammar, spelling, vocabulary, again, things that are easily testable, right? But when we're talking about communication skills as a soft skill, we're talking about the ability to facilitate understanding. Okay. So for a dentist, that might manifest as, being able to thoroughly and completely answer patient concerns or inquiries or questions. It could look like you having to explain complex processes or procedures or concepts to the patient. Okay. But basically, communication as a soft skill is essentially the ability to facilitate that understanding with the patient. And that goes a long way because if the patient doesn't understand what you're talking about, or can't grasp the concepts you're trying to tell them or to explain to them, it can make the patient feel like really small, maybe not very intelligent, even though they don't have the background that you have. And it can really go a long way to breaking down that relationship, which is the thing that you want to build up. Right. So communication skills are vital, very crucial in building that relationship with that patient. Skill number three, leadership skills. So, leadership skills allow you to be an example for your colleagues and help motivate and mobilize them in in those cooperative efforts to providing that patient service and promoting patient health. Okay, so it can go a long way to really building up your team, right? Additionally, leadership skills also encompass things like paying attention to your team, communicating effectively with your team, and those things um, are important to build your relationships with your team members, right? To kind of help, like I said, create those cooperative and collaborative efforts to serve the patient. Okay, so leadership skills very important as well. Number four, manual dexterity. So this one's kind of a given, right? But it is a soft skill. So manual dexterity is essentially the ability to manipulate objects with your hands in a skilled manner and being able to execute those small tasks. So of course, as a dentist, you're working in a very small area and you're working with very small tools, okay, and you're doing it throughout the day. And kind of like manual dexterity, just like enthusiasm, is something that's very difficult to kind of maintain the same level throughout the day. So it's really crucial to be able to do that and to develop both enthusiasm and manual dexterity in order to ensure that you're giving every patient the same level of service and help. Okay. Number five, interpersonal skills. Okay, so sometimes interpersonal skills are kind of interchanged with communication skills. They're not exactly the same thing. So, again, when we're talking about communication skills as a soft skill, it's the ability to facilitate that understanding. Interpersonal skills are your ability to establish a strong relationship with your patient. Okay. So, excellent interpersonal skills means that you essentially can build that relationship and to build that trust and that rapport with that patient by relating to them. Okay, so they're similar, but they are different skills, and you definitely need both in order to really cultivate those relationships with those patients. Okay. Number six, constant learning. So, the medical field as a whole is constantly evolving with new technologies. And of course, dentistry is no different. So, for example, some of the newer technologies might be virtual reality, artificial intelligence, 3D printing. All of these different technologies have gone a long way and have really changed how dentists can diagnose and treat certain oral health issues. Okay. So constant learning is, that dedication to learning again is the soft skill, because you can't really measure somebody's dedication to learning, right? But it is a crucial skill in order to stay up to date on the latest technologies, not only to serve your patient, but also to stay ahead of the competition, right? You're in a business just like anybody else. So, really pacing the market and really pacing the competition is crucial in order to ensure that you continue to get your patients in the door. Okay. Um, Alrighty, and then number seven, ability to focus. So this is another one that can wane throughout the day. So it is really crucial to be able to have that ability to focus all throughout the day in order to give all of your patients the same level of service and attention. Okay. So ability to focus essentially is your ability to concentrate on the patient at hand, concentrate on the person and the specific patient and their concerns and their issues as well. Okay, and not only that, but some of these processes and procedures, of course, can be quite lengthy. So really having that ability to continue and maintain focus all throughout the day is really crucial. It can be very taxing, but it is very crucial. Okay. And lastly, number eight, compassion. Okay. So, as a dentist, you definitely want to treat your patients with respect and compassion, because as a dentist, you're dealing with a really diverse group of patients throughout the day: children, persons with impairments or special needs, people with dental anxiety, right? People with patients with complex or advanced oral health needs. Okay, you're going to be dealing with all these different people throughout the day, and again, compassion is something that can wane as well. So being able to be a compassionate person and have that compassion throughout the day can really go a long way to building those relationships with those patients. Being adaptable, having that comprehension and that sensitivity in order to meet the emotional needs of your patients is really, really crucial. Okay. So, those are the soft skills needed in order to be an exceptional dentist. Let's go over them one more time. Number one, enthusiasm. Number two, communication skills. So, talking about communication skills as a soft skill, being able to facilitate that understanding with your patient. Number three, leadership skills in order to lead your team. Okay. Number four, manual dexterity, being able to work in a very small area effectively. Number five, interpersonal skills, being able to build those relationships with those patients in order to support their continued oral health and hygiene. Constant learning. The dentistry industry is constantly changing with new technologies. So that dedication to learning is just as important as being able to learn those new concepts. Okay. Number seven, ability to focus. Again, something that can kind of diminish throughout the day. Okay. And you need to be able to have that, to build up that mental fortitude in order to focus on the patient at hand and the issue at hand as well. And lastly, compassion. You're dealing with so many different groups of people throughout the day. So having that compassion and being able to meet the emotional needs of your patients is going to go a long way to building those relationships. Okay. I have a few comments in here. Glad that you are here as well, Wild Seed. Nice to see you again. There's general likability you need to feel towards your dentist. Yeah, absolutely, Heidi. Again, as the dentist, a lot of that falls on you to be able to build those relationships with those patients. Really expressing that enthusiasm, using those interpersonal skills to build that relationship, and to get your patients buy-in, right? In order to practice these oral health habits that are so, so crucial, not just to their oral health, but to their overall health as well. So, absolutely, 100% agree. Okay. So, Thanks for being here with me today, everyone. So glad that you could make it. And if you weren't here when the stream was live, so glad that you got to watch it later. Okay, we will be back next week with a new topic discussing your career in the dental industry. But until then, I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great weekend. Continue to stay safe out there. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.